This is DJ Taya, live at Gen Con, interviewing Corey Jones with Cryptozoic Entertainment about the Hex game. So,
Hi.
Corey, can you tell us a little bit about the Hex game itself first?
Yeah, Hex is the first ever MMOTCG, and so it is an online-only game that takes everything great about an MMO in terms of community building and storytelling and character advancement, and then marries it to trading card game mechanics. And so you have sort of an interesting new take on what both a TCG and an MMO are.
Nice, and the Hex game itself is actually completely Kickstarter ran, from what I gather.
No, it was actually in development for a couple years, but then to finish it, to get to the place where it needed to be actually completed, we needed help. And so that's when we turned to the community and decided to do a Kickstarter.
And if I remember correctly, it was 2.5 million that was raised?
Yes, we originally asked for 300,000, and we ended up raising 2.5 million. We are the 9th biggest gaming Kickstarter of all time and the 15th biggest Kickstarter of all time.
Wow. So the Kickstarter seemed to work really, really well for you. I think William was telling me a little bit that you not only got the Hex game going, but saved another one.
Yeah, that's correct. So after Hex and the great experience we had, and even before that, frankly, like I had Kickstarted a bunch of stuff. I'm a huge fan of Kickstarter. I think that what it does for, as a creator, what it does for creators is pretty incredible. Over the last 10 years, things have really changed dramatically from, in the past, a publisher was the one that was in control because they owned both distribution and financing. And so with the internet and all of the distribution components sort of being taken out of the mix so you could go directly to your fans, people had the chance to create stuff that was very unique and still have a chance of getting to an audience. And I can't tell you how many times I've seen great products be pitched to a publisher and never happen because they couldn't understand the vision of the person who was creating it. And so the internet started to take away those barriers by letting distribution not be king anymore. And the thing that publishers still had, though, was the financing. And so now with Kickstarter, finally you have both of those components taken out of the mix. And so individual creators can go directly to the people who would be interested in what they're creating and have a chance of raising the money and making those things actually exist. I adore how unusual a lot of the Kickstarter projects are. That singularity of vision is what's most interesting about Kickstarter. Everyone at Cryptozoic, we're all big fans of Kickstarter in general. We've had a huge Kickstarter success. When we heard about the Doom project and what was going on, we heard about it the same way everyone else did by all the negative press that started to appear online. My partners and I immediately all had the exact same reaction, which was maybe we can do something to help. And my partner, Scott Gata, immediately reached out to the game designer, the game artist, and started a dialogue that ended up with us actually helping them fulfill all the promises made by the Kickstarter. And I gotta say, one of the most important things for us is making sure those people got the game they wanted. That's incredibly important. They were the ones that helped make that thing happen. Our motto is fans first, which means first and foremost that we're fans of the things we do, and then secondarily, and more importantly, our fans come first. And so making sure those people got their game was important, but as important was heading off the narrative that seemed to be developing about hobby gaming and Kickstarter. Hobby gaming has had an oversized presence on Kickstarter. It's been a big boon to the hobby gaming industry, and we love it. We love seeing individual creators get a chance to have their games come to life. And so all of the press that started to swirl around that was like Kickstarter and hobby gaming and how who's to blame and are we trusting too much and all these other very negative dialogue components, we didn't like that, and we felt that by coming in and saving the day, we could change the narrative and make it more about, hobby gaming sticks together, hobby gaming takes care of their own, and this is just a great example of how tight-knit a community it is. So I think that's sort of what happened, and I'm very happy that that's now the story.
So you not only got your Kickstarter, you saved another Kickstarter, which is actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
it's a really nice thing to do. Well, Cryptozoic is actually one of the bigger names, though, in gaming.
For hobby gaming, we're pretty big. I mean, we're a small company, but we're in the middle ground, I would say, in terms of the stuff that we're doing. There's some big hobby gaming companies. Our WoW TCG is, you know, sort of that second biggest TCG out there, although it's dwarfed by Magic, so we're a distant second.
By Magic.
Yeah, but that's very popular. We've been lucky enough, you know, like one of my partners, John Nee, has been in the entertainment industry for many years, knows everyone, and we've been able to basically, because of John, have access to pitching lots of licenses so that we get lots of amazing properties to work on, whether it's The Hobbit or Lord of the Rings, DC Comics, Ender's Game. I mean, we kind of seem to be the go-to for licensed, high-quality board games, and that's been awesome. We also make, you know, our original IP stuff, like, you know, Epic Spell War, the Battle Wizards, and Food Fight.
Attention Gen Con attendees, Janina Gavankar, Peter Davison, and Neil Grayson, media guests of honor, are signing autographs in the autograph area. Stop by to meet them and get an autograph.
Thank you, Gen Con. We definitely needed that update. Anyways,
So,
you're saying.
yeah, so we are, we're medium-sized, we're still, you know, growing, and but I think Hex is an example that the digital nature allows it to potentially be so big, and I think we're going to be much bigger in the future.
All right, and actually, I heard William saying something about you're going to be doing an event for Hex here at Gen Con over in the TCG room.
Yes, we are. We're doing that right now.
That?
Yeah, we actually have. This is the first time ever that you're going to have a chance to see. Well, sort of the second time. We had a tiny little sneak at a thing we did in Vegas, but this is the first real big event where you're actually able to sit down and play the game against other people. It's over in our league area. You can sign up, you can get in line, you can get on a PC, you can play the game against another person, and you win event tickets. And the event tickets can be used to buy exclusive stuff that goes that is added to your Hex account when the game goes live. So that's been pretty cool. And we have a big line. Actually, people are having a great time.
Wow, so it's not only, you know, your first demoing of the game,
Right.
but it seems to be a pretty popular
Oh
event.
yeah. I've had nothing but positive comments, and that's made me feel real good.
Well, that is what Gen Con's about, though, is gaming and
Right.
gamers and, you know, meeting new people. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us? New projects with Cryptozoic itself?
No, the big thing is Hex is, you know, sort of the big thing for us right now. And if you go to hextcg.com, you can see a ton of information about the game. You can watch the Kickstarter video, which is a pretty funny video, and it gives you a chance to really learn about why an MMO TCG is such a cool invention.
Well, thank you so much for meeting with me
No problem.
and for giving me a bit of your time. I will be going now.